You know, once you listen to it, it's there, man. It's there. You can't shake it off you.
It'll just put you into a trance. It's hypnotic and it's so laid back. It's so laid back. It's very seductive. It always sounds like. That sounds, I can see why that guy's got so many kids, because women can't resist him. I had a tour to do, and I really thought it was important basically to distinguish myself by the company that I could keep on the tour, basically. You know, they didn't want to be going out with some twerps on stage. You know,
we had no money coming in whatsoever, and it was really a depressing time. And you know, I got this call. I was sitting there, I got this call, and he's like, "Hey, man, this is Iggy Pop." At first, I thought it was a joke, and finally, when I realized it was really Iggy Pop calling, I was like, "Yeah, we'll definitely be there. You know, just tell us when and where."
Finally, there one night in Washington, there's this guy with this sweater that says "Junior" across the front. You know, this white guitar. And he was ready to go.
Junior had no idea who Iggy Pop was. He called him Lollipop.
He liked to joke around a lot.
Iggy would, like, every night before the show, he'd go in and he'd kind of get himself psyched out for the show, and he'd go in there and he'd be doing these kind of things.
So he says to me, "How long you been in the business?" You know, 30 years. That's nothing.
Junior would just sit there and he would just laugh at him. And he's like, "Lollipop is crazy. Lollipop is crazy. Look at Lollipop."
You know, they really, it's just really good. You know, and he sits there playing. And he had his kid Kenny on drums and Gary Burnside on bass. And it's just really, really strong music, you know. And you see the people just grooving.
And we did about 10 cities with Iggy Pop. And I enjoyed that, I really did.
The boys were real bad. They came up to me very, you know, like very polite, maybe the first night, you know, and then after a couple of nights and they got more relaxed, and finally they said, you know, "Well, when we get to Chicago, we're going to have some pussy, and you could have some too." You know? Like, "Oh, well, thanks, you know, that's great." And we got to Chicago, and I sort of like avoided the whole deal, and when I got to the gig, the beat didn't sound the same. The Junior was just going on, the beat didn't sound right. And I looked out of the stage, and he had my lighting designer playing drums because the boys were still off with their, yeah, he was pissed. Oh, he was pissed.